Well, hello anybody who opened the stream in the first 10 seconds of it being live. Welcome to I believe this is the first restream for the OpenPlus Invitational Tournament. We have Yagamoth versus 2C. This is the very early stages of the brackets, but 16 players have qualified, and they're going to have to fight for the right to say that they are the best at having pseudo boots. I'm solo comming today, but I do have in the wings Becky Scott Fairley on the tracker, of which we only have one because of some unfortunate technical issues, which I don't know if it'll get solved for this restream, but hopefully for future restreams. So I need your help, chat. I need you to say things to me so I have people to respond to. Can you do that? I need help. I can't do this on my own. But for the unaware, this is OpenPlus. OpenPlus is a modified hard item pool seed that also has progressive bows, or I'm sorry, non-progressive bows, and what's it called? Pseudo boots. So we have the race is off. Yagamoth and 2C. Here we go. We got green pendant at Hera and differing routes for our runners. 2C doing Sanctuary over to Lost Woods and hugging the guard. He needed some love. While Yagamoth doing the Uncle start. 2C does kill that guard there. That'll set up a tree pole here in the Lost Woods. Not going after the Lumberjack check. Pretty normal to not do that, though. And the bonk. Oh, don't bonk. No more bonking. Okay, that was the last bonk. No more bonks for 2C. Just arrows from the bush crab. We got a moon pearl though in Lost Woods, nice. And there was nothing in the Uncle start, I think. I think the bottle was Link's house, if I remember right. All right, and then Yagamoth just heads over to Sanctuary. And gonna follow TC over here into Kakariko. No bombs though. Yagamoth going up. We're gonna see the Lumberjack, it looks like. We also get an extra tree pole here, which is some rupees. Not bad. We could use some rupees. Unfortunately, our boots are not real boots. If we had real boots, we could just use the bonk rack here on this screen that 2C's on and get a bomb. But that ain't happening today. So we're gonna have to go buy some bombs. I didn't quite see what Yagamoth saw there. It was a little quick for me. Just bombs? Okay. Oh, we got some extra rupees in back of tavern. Not bad. Bombs would have been better, so we could save the rupees. Never know we're going to have to do Zora. But yeah, 2C's just going to buy some bombs here. And then head north for the denser checks in Blind's Hideout and Kakariko Well. But so far, not really a big difference in our runners. Yagamoth just doing that Uncle start. But eventually 2C will go do the Uncle too, so it's not gonna be a big difference maker. And another tree pole for Yagamoth, getting all the rupees. Not gonna be a big deal though. There were plenty of rupees here in Kakariko. All right, here we go. Blind's Hideout. 5 checks. I'm sure at least one of them will be good. Maybe. It could happen. There, 20 rupees. That was pretty good. And just a blue mail. Okay. Yeah, different than the modified hard item pool that's happening in the main tournament right now, or in the qualifiers for the main tournament anyway. We will get blue mail in this mode, as you can see. But our swords are still capped at tempered. And I believe in this mode, you can only get 14 hearts. But they're not all heart pieces. And our first sword and a glove in Blind's Hideout. Not bad. Just one piece away from our Darkhold access with that Moon Pro we got earlier. What was on Lumberjack? I couldn't tell, but I think Becky said it was bombs. And 2C just going to save and quit out of Blind's hideout here. This does kind of separate the race game and the library, but it is a bit costly to have to walk all the way back south through Kakariko just to go check those two. One of which you can't even get, right? So we'll probably see 2C enter Kakariko from the south later in the seed in order to get those checks. We do not have real bombs, or we don't have real boots, so gotta bomb that open. Back to escape. Do you have anything good? Just a single arrow and a map and a key? All right, well, that's awful. All right, map and a key means there is, in fact, an item in Dark Cross. A little surprised 2C didn't go for it, but not everybody likes doing those dark rooms. Yeah, the bottle. There's the bottle. So Yagamoth did gain a little value with the Uncle Cert because we got that bottle before going to Kakariko, but according to Chad, it was just money on Sick Kid. Not going to be a huge deal unless we have to do Zora. Which looks unlikely at this point. At least for Dark World access. All right, 2C headed to the dam here. Going to get 2 checks roll here, quick here. And then oftentimes you'll see players go east towards the denser checks in Mini Moldorm Cave and then onto Ice Rock Cave. But sometimes you see players go west and go get a Gina right now. I think going to a Gina early is a very fair play, and even more fair with boots, but I think we'll probably see Mini Moldorm. Yep, there we go. If you were planning to split it, I think you'd probably do Mini Moldorm first and then come back later for Dam to Agina. And looks like nothing on the race game, so no big deal that 2C skipped it for now. Oh, that full magic! You need that. Okay, nice. All right, Mini Moldorms tried to stop 2C, but he cannot be stopped. We even got a book for our troubles. And a bunch of money. Well, and that's actually quite a bit of money. We are 120 rupee K from having the magic 500 for doing Zora if 2C wants to go there. And with the glove, Zora's even in logic. So it would not be that crazy for 2C to do it, although maybe a little early to make a play like that. But I don't know, if you got the money, you can sequence break it. People often do that. Meanwhile, Yagamoth going after that dark cross check I was talking about. Ooh, 2C does open the cave. Looks like we will be doing a Zora check here. All right, 2C opted not to go through these dark rooms, so we'll get to find out from Yagamoth if it was worth the trouble. Nope, just 10 arrows. Moving on. All right, there's 2C with 20 more rupees. We have the magic 500. No regular boots, just pseudo boots, so we gotta walk all the way down to the big flipper spot. No water walk-in today. Yeah, book was in Mini Moldorm Cave. All right, 2C swimming up. Gonna check this. Just some bombs. Oh, and we will be going over to Hobo. Sometimes you see players skip Hobo. Because, like, the main thing you're after with this fake flipper play is Zora. Zora's the only thing out of all this that's in logic. And doing Waterfall Fairy is more like bonus checks, right? It's just something on the way. So oftentimes you'll see players skip Hobo, which is a bit slower than the other checks, but I like to see it here. And it totally paid off because that's a Canis Amaria. Probably gonna need that. Little bit important. Yeah, very nice to get rewarded for a check like that. Because like I said, it would not be unusual to skip that, even when you're doing these fake flipper checks. All right, 2C going into the Waterfall Fairy here. Now, we don't have flippers, but we do have a Moon Pearl, and for some reason, when you fake flipper into Waterfall Fairy and you swim out with the Moon Pearl, suddenly you can walk. At least long enough to get 2 pieces of heart. Not bad. He didn't throw his bottle in there. That's weird. I would have thrown my bottle in there. Maybe he just forgot. It's probably a B anyway, right? All right, now we've taken our 500 rupees over here all the way to Zora. This is the only check in this sequence that's even in logic. Is it worth anything? No, just a piece of heart. And now you ain't got no money. All right, Yagamoth is leaving Ice River Cave, so definitely going to be seeing a fake flipper here from Yaga as well. But you know, we may see that skip of Hobo, which could matter later. All right, 2C is not quite ready to go to Desert Palace at this time, so we're going to see a little bit of front of escape here. Yep, skipping the Hobo check, Yagamoth. It's not a big deal yet. It's not like the cane unlocks a lot of stuff for us, right? So, like, advantage 2C, but it's not a big advantage. It won't matter until later if Yagamoth tries to put off Hobo even longer. Oh, and got the full heal from the piece of heart, so I'm going to have to set up the water walk all over again. In Yagamoth's defense, it didn't matter which one he opened first. He would have been fine either way. Oh, I missed it. What did we get in our bottle? Oh, it was a B. Never mind. How terrible. Oh, look, the flippers. All right, well, so fake flippering wasn't really that big a deal because he would have just gone right there anyway. This might actually drive Yagamoth to check Hobo after getting these flippers. Kind of depends on what he chooses to do next, because he could go to Desert instead. Okay, good. So we're going to see front of escape from Yaga as well. Get those flippers. And if there's nothing else in here, which there's only one more check anyway, you know, going to check Hobo real quick seems like a pretty fair play after the other flipper checks hadn't led to anything. And just 20 rupees in the bottom, and 2C is just going to completely orphan Dark Cross. Thankfully for him, it is just 10 arrows, not a big deal. It's to intentionally not do Dark Cross and do both sides of the escape seems rather risky. All right, but our choices are very thin. 2C has to choose between Eastern that he can't full clear and Desert that he can't full clear. But we got a book for Desert, so that does look a little better. All right, 2C opting to do Agina first. Sometimes you'll want to put this off because, you know, it's nice to get to save and quit out of Agina's cave rather than having to walk all the way back through. But with however many things are in Desert, definitely works out. And 2C actually so happy with finding Darkwold access in Agina's cave, not even going to walk into Desert. So this is definitely an opportunity for Yaga to make some divergent play here, because if you go into Desert first, maybe you find like the mirror or the bow or something, right? And then get Darkwold access after. All right, looks like Yaga gonna head over to Hobo. Okay, this is really good for Yaga. Not gonna put off this Cane of Samaria for too long. And I saw pendants at Skull and Thieves Town. Not what you want to see. Pendant Thieves is my worst nightmare. Oh, hey, that one dungeon in the entire game that you could full clear? Yeah, it's a pendant. Sorry. Get over it. Immediate mitts in Hype Cave. All right, that unlocks very little. And the things that it does unlock are all terrible. So awesome. Thank you. Okay, so we can now do like mirrorless smiths and hammer pegs. Great. We can go Death Warp on the Freezors in the front of Ice Palace. There's an idea. Oh, King's Tomb. We can do King's Tomb. There you go. That one doesn't actually suck. Oh, Hookshot, though. Hookshot with the mitts. That is a much better sequence of items. We can sequence break up the mountain and do a ton of checks over there. And Yaga also going to do a Gina's Cave first and get that Dark World access. Very likely we'll see a save and quit from Yaga as well. Oh, 2C, right, money. You know, yeah, with the way money was just being thrown at us early on, it's easy to forget. Oh, Yaga gonna continue. Oh, we're gonna see Desert from Yagamoth. Interesting. I really like 2C's play of saving and quitting after the hammer. But I think going into Desert here is very defensible. Oh, you can't do King's Tomb with pseudo boots. Right. I hate pseudo boots. I mean, I don't dislike them overall. It's just that I have to remember. It's my memory that I hate. And I resent pseudo boots for making me think about having to remember things. All right, with pseudo boots, we will not be able to do the torch here. So we might just be boots locked right away. We are not. We can continue. Big key in the map chest. But the small key on the torch means that this dungeon is boots locked overall. Will not be killing Lamo and Logic. Or at all, because that was just a piece of heart. All right, well, we got one item. No fire source to continue. Not a happy dip. I mean, at least you get the knowledge that it's boots locked, but not really boots locked, right? Like, that could come into play later. Like, maybe 2C puts off doing Desert for a long time because he's not sure if he's going to need the boots first. You know, it could happen. And looks like TR and Ice were our red crystals. TwoC still looking for more bombs. He's got plenty. It's just as soon as you start using them somewhere, it's not going to be plenty anymore. Oh, is that a save and quit out of Hype Cave? I think I missed that one, what Yagamoth did there. Alright, 2C is going into Pendant Thieves Town here. Oftentimes you'll see players just do the first 4, but we might see the back, depending on what we find in the front here. Yeah, immediate magic bat with that powder. Yagamoth believes in the fetch quest. But the fetch quest does not believe in Yagamoth. Unfortunate. Well, Front of Thieves did not have anything super awesome, and 2C is out of there. I wasn't counting the items. I think it was at least 2. I'm not good with numbers. All right, and with that hookshot, 2C is going to go sequence break the mountain. In front of Skullwoods, no thank you. Meanwhile, Yagamoth, not having gone to Stumpy yet, front of Skullwoods is looking pretty good. More divergence. So far, all the divergence seems to be working in 2C's favor. We'll see if that continues, though. Like, 2C is almost definitely going to find items on the mountain, right? There's so many checks there. You have to find something. And the more things you find, the harder it's going to be to come back to Skullwoods unless you find that fire rod. And even if you do find the fire rod, are you really going to go straight to full clearable pendant skull? But of course, front of skull might just be empty, and this is just a time loss for Yagamoth. So far, it's pretty empty. Well, there's our first item. Just 300 rupees, though. Not anything great. And I believe we found 2 keys, so the vanilla big key chest is live. If you found only 1 key in the front, then this chest would have to be a small key, and you could skip it. Oh, Wallmaster, why? Okay, we're fine. Close one. Oh, well, it is the second item. Unfortunately, not progression, so no value in the front of Skullwoods, except that we now don't have to come back. Probably. Did we not do Paradox Cave? Am I crazy? He didn't do Paradox Cave, right? Or did I just miss 7 checks? Maybe I just missed 7 checks. I do things like that. So he did skip Paradox Cave. He just climbed it and didn't do the checks. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would do that. Just to have more reason to come back for Spiral. I makes sense, I guess, but like you can just go back for Spiral. You don't have to do Paradox at the same time. Yeah, we did find the lamp in Hera. That means that the flute is our logical access to this mountain, so we are skipping the flute to be up here. And the flute is hard required, so we're going to have to go find that eventually. And second item in the big chest, just Pizza Hut. Can skip everything else. Was that 3? It might have been 3 items in front of Thieves. Can't tell. It's hard. It's hard when you don't watch the entire time. You know? I don't know why that's such a huge requirement for remembering things. Yeah, Yagamoth is super not interested in doing Back of Thieves. Didn't even get the big key. I mean, he also did Front of Thieves before doing the Village of Outcast check, so I think he was always planning to skip it regardless of the number of items. Alright, Yagamoth still feels like he hasn't found anything good, but I think his tune will change when we get to Stumpy. Meanwhile, 2C going back over to East F Mountain, going to get Spiral Cave here, and probably Paradox right after. It's hard to imagine that he just forgot about Paradox, right? Like, this must have been an intentional delay of Paradox. I guess the idea here is he knows he wants to reclimb Paradox after, and then open the Turtle Rock portal since we have Canis Amaria and Medallion. And just felt like he'd rather climb Paradox, then climb it while doing the checks, rather than climb it while doing the checks and then climb Paradox. It's the same either way, right? I'm just not sure what the advantage of doing it in this order would be, other than to force yourself to enter the TR portal. Maybe that's all it was. He was just afraid he'd convince himself not to bother. Well, we got silver arrows. Fortunately, no bow. Meanwhile, Yagamoth doing a Mirrorless Smith turn-in. We did not see this from 2C. This seems like it'd be a really good time to do the Magic Bat, but Yagamoth already did it. All right, Mirrorless Smith, no luck there. And looks like Yagamoth is going to head up the mountain as well. Nobody cares about logic. Logic is for the burbs. Or... okay, he's just going around the other way. Okay. And Quake is the medallion to open TR. Hey, we got that one. All right, no Fire Rod, so we probably can't do much of Turtle Rock, but it does remain an option for us. The Fire Rod has been found in there before. It's not the most unusual thing, but it is quite uncommon. Yeah, I feel like so far Yaga's been playing definitely on the more thorough side of things, like going into Desert after getting Darkhold access, doing Magic Bat before Village of Outcasts, and going back for the Smith. Although he kind of had to, since he picked up the Smith before finding the hookshot. Maybe if he found the hookshot first, he wouldn't have picked up the Smith in the first place. And we have actual boots here in Hookshot Cave. That does give us access to Bonk Rocks and Kingsoon. And later, we can go to Desert, I guess. Although we probably won't see Desert anytime soon with no fire. Oh, wait, no, we found the lamp. Yeah, we'll probably see TC go to Desert real fast then. Never mind. He picked up the Smiths after the hookshot? Wait, he went over to Stumpy, got the hookshot, and then went back and picked up the Smith? Oh, that's weird. That is kind of weird. Yep, just an item in the very first chest of Turtle Rock. Can't go any farther. 2C saves and quits. No Spike Cave. Yeah, we don't really have the equipment for that. TwoC gonna follow this shovel ASAP, and then I imagine we'll just go straight south and head over to Desert Palace, which is a full clearable crystal dungeon. What is there not to love? Nope, I am wrong. We're gonna go check the race game and library. Oh yeah, the library. He hasn't seen that yet at all. This could be like all the things. We know it's not, but for him it could be. Curious what's going to happen next, though. Magic Bat? I guess it's Magic Bat. All right. I'm surprised by this play. I thought he would go to Desert. But yeah, fetch quests are a thing. Everybody hates them, but sometimes they have good stuff. So what had happened was 2C didn't have money when he first got to Kakariko and had to walk from the north all the way down to the shop, buy bombs, and then walked all the way back north for the checks, and just saved and quit and never saw the checks south of Kakariko. I mean, these are perfectly fine plays from 2C, grouping all these checks together, right? We got, nasty fall from Yagamoth. We got Sick Kid, Magic Bat, the Shovel, Race Game, and Library all at the same time. It just seems weird to come here now because you just got access to. Oh, that's an unusual setup for Yagamoth because he seems weird to come here now because we can do desert. Which, is also a viable location for having the flute that he's skipped, since we got the book so early. We're going to see a pet check, though, from 2C. It is nothing. Ignore it. Library, I don't think was anything. I don't know. This just seems contrary to how 2C had routed up to now. He's switched gears. He was like, skip the things, and now he's like, okay, do all the things. All right, but this is gonna even up our runners quite a bit, because stuff like this is why Yagamoth has been behind so far. Is like doing the front of Skullwoods and similar checks. So 2C gonna give some time back, and we'll see a more even race. That was a definitely an unusual setup though for Yagamoth and the Hera big chest bomb jump. I don't know if you guys caught that. It looked like he used a bomb to push himself into the position to use a second bomb. Kind of similar to how people sometimes do Hera pot without boots. This makes sense if 2C wants to find the flute. Yeah, no, I get that he's looking for the flute, right? Because you skip the flute, and it's got to be somewhere that you had access to before the mountain. But you had access to desert before the mountain, right? Like we had the book early. Like the desert's always been a play. He could have gone to desert before Darkhold access. So I mean, I would be thinking that's a viable location for the flute. And since it's a Crystalike and Folk player anyway, why not go there first? But I think we saw one item in desert from Yagamoth, so that is not where the flute is. But he doesn't know that, right? All right, got both items out of Skullwoods. I don't remember anybody scouting Bumper Cave, right? And we never saw that, do we? We also haven't seen the boots checks yet from 2C, who it looks like now is going to go over to desert. Oh, we did see it. Okay, Yagamoth did it. It was Bombos. Ooh, interesting. Potentially required for Misery Mire. Could happen. That actually, it's unlikely, but in the event that Bombos is required for Mire and maybe the mirror is pretty late or something, it can be really difficult to route in checking Bumper Cave later, even if you do find the cape. So having knowledge of that for Yagamoth could end up being very important. Fire Rod and Eastern for Flute and Ice Palace. Well, I mean, let's not wish the worst on our runners. I don't think we saw Sahasrara, right? Maybe the Flute's just in Sahasrara's hut. And Yagamoth gets his single item out of Turtle Rock and a save and quit here. And having already done the Skullwitch checks, I think this is probably just going to be straight to desert. But here I go being proven wrong. Where are we going? Is this just the fastest Sahasrara hut check of all time? At 34 minutes? I mean, there's no way you go into Eastern, right? Like that would be silly. He's just doing this because he's thinking maybe the Flute was just right here all along. Not there. Not there. Not there. Okay, it wasn't there. Oh my god, are you really going into Eastern? Okay, I guess we're going to Eastern, folks. Strap in. Or not? We're going to pod? All right, later somebody can explain to me why we're not going to desert, but we're not going to desert. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get we're looking for the flute. Like that's the idea here, right? I want to find that flute. The flute is the thing that puts all my other plays in logic. And Yagamoth at least knows that the flute's not in desert because it's locked behind the boots. But that doesn't mean that there can't be a bow in desert. That would make coming over here way better, right? I don't know. I mean, it's a long walk, even with the boots. It's a long trip over there. It's not the craziest play, but I think desert would have been a fairer play. Did we see the second item in desert yet? Or is it on the boss here from 2C? 2-heart Ice Rod Lambo. Can we do it? Probably. Okay, well, the Ice Rod is terrible. Wow. All right, we got 3 hits and like 6 casts. Now this is happening. All right, 2C does not have infinite hearts, but he should have... Oh my god. No! 2C, why? Okay, well that's not good. All right, okay, it's clear now why Yagamoth skipped desert. Landmo is rough. That was a rough fight. Yeah, I think 2C was just expecting the Ice Rod to put in a bit more work than it actually got done. All right, round 2 with what 150% extra hearts and better aiming with the Ice Rod. Here we go. 1 cycled. Why didn't that happen the first time? All right, and the item was just 50 rupees, so there was no actual benefit from going to desert early. So coming over to pod, it certainly isn't going to hurt Yaga. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not the best place to be doing that. All right, so Yagamoth is attempting to mimic clip here, and we did get it. There he goes. Bye. See you in the next life. That was amusing that it was lined up so that the guy was taking shots at him like that. Yeah, 4 keys on the very front and a big key on the right side. poggers. And doing that Mimiclip is very nice for Yagamoth, because the big key now lets us make the back of this bit more efficient. Going to be able to grab the big chest as well. We still need the bow to, like, kill Lammo, but everything else is fair game. Oh, and this is an Eastern play from 2C. Pod who? Or Helma who? Mirror in the back of Pod. Could that be the thing we're looking for? Probably not, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not in logic. That would require me to, like, count keys and stuff. Yeah, so our lamp is not in logic, is the thing, and the Harmless Hellway is locked behind so many keys that I think that can't be in logic without the lamp. And then our Fire Rod would put it in logic, but that was also locked by the lamp. So much for that. All the keys are in logic? Weren't there 2 in the dark room? Or it was 1 in the dark room. Yeah, I think that's in logic then. Because the big key was bow locked. Because you can't get to the last key door without the bow. Yeah, the Fire Rod itself is definitely not in logic. But I think the mirror might be. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say because it would require me to, like, care. All right, who's been watching 2C's Eastern Dive? Was there anything in here? Yeah, the lamp wasn't in logic. We found the lamp in Hera, and we do not have the flute. All right, it didn't look like there was anything good in Eastern, so that's going to be a oof for 2C. Who is now going to go to Pod. Makes sense. So it does look at given the information we currently have, that it's very, very likely that the mirror is what leads us to our flute, which we are currently skipping in logic most of the time. I mean, that's the main thing that Yaga's skipping right now by being in this dungeon. Yeah, and with that Master Sword, flute is pretty much the only thing we need, unless Bombos happens to be required for Mire. And most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you don't have to worry about medallions, because the game tends to put things you need in front of you. So, like, you might say, oh, well, it's a 1 in 3 chance that we don't have the right medallion, but the fact that we have the other 2 and we don't have the third one, I think makes it even more likely that we won't need Bombos. Oh yeah, the bow. Okay, I guess we need the bow too, right? Eventually we'll have to get a bow, I guess. Yeah, it's trippy. It's trippy because we just did all of Eastern and Pod. Oh yeah, I got a little low on magic here. Gonna do some Fire Rod duping. Nicely done. I'm not even sure. Oh, he had one more shot, which he sent directly into the wall. Take that, wall. You deserve everything. You deserve everything we give you. Oop. All right, even on Blue Mail, these guys still hit pretty hard. 3 hearts each. Oh, can't take any more hits. Yagamoth, I believe. Oh god, the corner got bumped by the icicle. We're fine. Everything's fine. Nope. Okay, all right. Should be a lot simpler now. Only one more to deal with. There we go. Nicely done, Yagamoth. We have survived. And looks like we're going to see a Mimic clip out of 2C as well. All right, Yagamoth is done with Ice Palace. Going to head over to King's Tomb, which could not possibly lead to the flute, but you know, it's like right there. Nicely done from 2C, getting the Mimic off screen. Door opens like magic. I'm not sure where Yaga's going. Are we just doing the booch checks and then leaving? Are we gonna go finish Thieves Town? Thieves Town's a pretty fair play if you think that the mirror is not in logic, right? Like if you think the mirror is out of logic, then Thieves Town is probably where the flute is. But I believe that the mirror is in fact in logic. So if we see a Thieves Town full clear here, I'm thinking maybe he misread the key logic. Yeah, Smith Chain into Swamp is also a possibility. Yeah, that looks more like what he's doing here. Gonna finish the purple chest, Cave 45, and then do Swamp after. Yeah, Shovel 2. And there's 2C's Mirror. Okay, no Thieves Town from Yagamoth. And keep in mind, Thieves Town could be where the flute is. It's definitely a possibility that that's where the flute was all along, and this mirror is just the biggest bait ever. But for now, there are more mirror lock checks than there are checks in Thieves Town, so that's what we think it's going to be. Plus, you know, Swamp being a crystal is pretty nice. And 2C, after getting that mirror, immediate play to the Dark World south of Kakariko. Maybe we run over and check K45 first, but I think this is going to be Swamp. Straight to Swamp, all right. Okay, maybe not. Gosh darn it. Hold on, let's check Bombo's tablet real quick, like... It's nothing. Oh, look at this. Look at this horrible time loss for Yagamoth. This is what you get for finding the Master Sword. Instead of a text box, we have, like, a whole Bombos animation. That's unrecoverable. Poor Yagamoth. Being punished for finding a Master Sword. Is there anything worse? Yeah, technical issues are preventing us from having a tracker for 2C. Luckily, OpenPlus is not a super complicated mode, and the runners basically do all the same things, just in slightly different orders. So we have a pretty good idea of what items he has. Where was that Master Sword anyway? I don't remember. Oh, Ice Palace, I remember. I do remember that now. All right, well, we have 2C leading the charge here into Swamp Palace, but he has not done Ice Palace, which Yaga has full cleared, and Yaga has not done Landmo, which 2C got to do twice. But that's not a good thing. Still anyone's game. It looks like it's probably going to come down to where is this flute? And if it's here in Swamp Palace, I got to give the advantage to Yagamoth, right? Sure looks that way. All right, the south chest is the flute. There it is. And Yaga's going to get it like seconds later. All right, that is potential go mode for Yagamoth when he gets this. 2C, though, has to find a sword first, but he'll get one in Ice Palace. That's on the way. Yagamoth stopped and thanked for a second. All right, but there is still the possibility. Oh, the bow. Right, the darn bow. I forgot the bow. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm sorry, chat. I forgot about the bow again. Okay, we're still clearing then. Never mind. There's also the possibility for Bombos to end up being required as well. We'll see that pretty quick. I'm sure they're going to go activate their flute like right after this. What? What? I blinked. What happened? Yaga, why did you leave Swamp? I'm confused. I mean, even if you accidentally mirrored, you just go right back in. There's no reason not to go right back in. Right? I can't think of any reason to do this. Unless you don't know it's a crystal, right? Like that's the most logical explanation, is that he mismarked the pendants. He saved and quit. He didn't mirror. He just saved and quit. Yeah, the C's in the corner. Okay, so he accidentally saved and quit? All right, well, there goes advantage Yagamoth. It's gone now. It's a lot closer now. All of a sudden, like, he has 4 pendants marked on his tracker. Oh no! Okay, well, that's not good. Yeah, 2C's looking a lot better than he was like 20 seconds ago. And it is Ether to enter Meyer, so our Go mode item will be the bow today. And there is only one bow. We are doing non-progressive bows today. We already found the silvers, so there is only one item in the game that will give us a bow. Who mistracked? It looks like Yagamoth marked Swamp as a pendant on his own tracker, and he just saved and quit out of the dungeon before killing Argus. Presumably, he found all the items, and I don't know what Argus had. What an unfortunate way to lose time, though. Like, you know, sometimes you get a seed and it's like the items were in all the places I didn't want to go to, and my opponent went to all the places that I didn't go to and found everything. You know, that sucks. But losing because you just mistracked something real quick, like that's so much worse. He'll figure it out before the end. This is not the kind of thing that's gonna confuse you for too long, but the damage is already done. Swamp Palace is not a dungeon you want to double dip. And we have God Meyer because we're not in Go mode, obviously. Why you do this? And 2C going to go into Ice Palace. We did already see everything in Ice Palace from Yagamoth, so 2C will pick up his sword, which is necessary. Right, the tracker we see is not from Yaga's stream. That is being handled manually by Becky Scott, apparently. There would normally be 2 of these trackers, but we had some technical issues that will get solved later. But as soon as 2C finds a sword, they have all the same items. The big difference right now is 2C has already killed Lanmo, but it was kind of a big oof for him because he had to fight the boss twice after getting wrecked. The Ice Rod was not cooperating on the first attempt. Also, 2C went into Eastern and didn't find anything, but, you know, full cleared everything but the boss. We'll have to go back there later. And then on Yagamoth's side, Yagamoth has gone to Swamp Palace, but not killed Argus because of a tracking error. I haven't been counting items. I'm not sure if that was our first item or second in Meyer. Basically, both runners are human, it turns out, and make mistakes. Weird. They're just like me, except better at everything, still. All right, Yagamoth going through these Dark Rooms, headed to our Vitreous fight. Vitreous is super not fun on this equipment. Really like to have a bit more, but it's doable. Like, it's not the worst. It's certainly no Land Molus, man. Oh, looks like he missed his spooky setup. Yeah, that does explain the hesitation after the flute. I thought he was just calculating if he was in Go mode or not, but he was actually considering leaving the dungeon entirely. Not sure what we have in our bottles. I don't think we have anything. Maybe one potion. Oh, Yaga gonna do the tried and true stand at the bottom of the screen and hit B a lot strategy. Oh wait, that's pretty neat. He uses a bomb to damage boost through the lasers. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that. I like it. Still eats the second one though. All right, we got two super scary boss fights happening simultaneously. Yaga try to get baby in the corner with our hammer. And 2C just drinks a potion and makes it easy. Nice. Very nice. Simultaneous boss kills. Crystal for both our runners. Good job, everybody. We did not get an item on Vitreous, but it looks like Becky marked 2 items in Mire, so we're done. What'd I do without you, Becky? All right, 2C gonna go into Mire, following Yagamoth. Meanwhile, Yagamoth gonna go into Desert, following 2C. And while our runners do things we've already seen on both sides, make sure to give them a follow, you guys. Yagamoth and 2C are both very strong runners, and regardless of the results of this race, it is not over for either of them. This is the very beginning of the bracket stage of the OpenPlus Invitational. There will be lots more races to come. 4 groups of 4 players. This is just a raindrop in an ocean of awesome rando goodness. All right, let's see if Yagamoth has a better time. Probably. We have quite a bit more hearts than 2C did when he was here originally. I think 2C entered this fight with 2 hearts and like 6 ice rod shots. Yeah, that went pretty smooth. Nicely done. Yagamoth picks up another crystal. Is it double limb or single limb? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure Duncan knows. Usually we see the GSL style format, the double elimination, but I know the main tournament did round robin this year, so maybe Duncan changed it up too. I'm sure there's a document somewhere that explains everything. All right, nothing in Checkerboard Cave. Yagamoth, where are you going now? Maybe time to do a map check? A little bit? Maybe? Okay, Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock makes sense. We can full clear it. It's a crystal. That one's not mistracked. What is OpenPlus? OpenPlus is a modified hard item pool of Open 7.7. So it's Open 7.7, right? But we can never find the butter sword. There's 4 swords, but we can only have 3 of them. The last one gets changed into rupees. We're also limited on mails. We can get blue mail, but no red mail. I think shield can only be fighter shield. Also, bows are non-progressive. And we have pseudo boots. Although our runners have already found regular boots, so that's no longer in play. Oh yeah, and the bottle. Only 1 bottle, right? No. No, it's 2 bottles. Yeah, I think the 1 bottle, that's the tournament hard one. I don't know, there's like 4 different modified hard item pools floating around these days. I think the racing community has said very clearly to the devs, we don't like your hard item pool, and we think we can do better. All right, a little bit of a different strat here from 2C. Burna slashes, not quite as effective as cape slashes, but they get the job done until you run out of magic. Just 1 more. Okay, he's down. All right, it's all smooth sailing from here. So what he's doing right now with the hammer, this is not like the most terrible difficult thing to do, but boy is it nerve-wracking because you are one misclick away from that guy just bumping you right in the face. So nicely done there from 2C. Like you just hammer just a little bit too early, boom, right in the face. You hammer just a little bit too late, boom, right in the face. He hurts. So it's all that whole phase is just about keeping your composure, which 2C did magnificently well. All right, so we do have Yagamoth leading the charge on new checks going through Turtle Rock here. We're going to see the lava chest. But I do not believe that he is ahead because in addition to going back to Swamp, 2C has already checked extra things in Eastern as well. So while, you know, it sucks to double dip Eastern, your second trip will be faster than Yagamoth's first trip. It's something. This does seem like the place where the bow is going to be, right? Like, you got a feeling. Turtle Rock bow, it makes sense. Maybe even the Mimic Cave. Oh my god, Dead Rocks. They're so good at the game. We should have a tournament where it's Dead Rocks playing instead of humans. Pyramid Fairy? Yeah, Pyramid Fairy too. Definitely possible. We also haven't seen Pyramid or Catfish from either runner. Or Graveyard Ledge, I think. Or Back of Thieves, which I believe has 2 items. Oh, nice sword. A very welcome sight as you make your way towards Trinex. Trinex is much easier with a tempered sword. Okay, I'm not sure hookshotting to that was worth, but I've never seen it before, so I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, that was I've never seen anybody do that. He hookshotted to the pot that has the switch underneath it, but you leave your Samaria platform behind, so you had to create a new one. All right, here's Laser Bridge. Oh, well, hang on. Okay, here's Laser Bridge. We got a small key. Need that. We got a compass. I don't really need that, but, you know, it's fine. 20 rupees! Holy moly. Alright, better safe than sorry drinking that potion. Can you move so I can dash? Oh my god. Keeping us in suspense, Yagamoth. Come on. No, Yagamoth! Here we go, and 10 bombs. Womp womp. There's still Trinex. Trinex could save the day. Well, I actually don't know. Do we have the map? Maybe we have the map. Bam, 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 bam. Trinex. Oh, well, that's not what to do. There you go. All right, looks like Yagamoth wanted to do backdoor strats, but started his dash a little off position and walked into the boss. We're fine. 2C doing the big chest before Mimic Cave. This is a play you'll sometimes see players do when they're one item from Go mode, because the big chest is relatively faster than Mimic Cave. So you stand a game a lot of time. No progression on Trinex, but we still have Pyramid Fairy. That seems like a likely place to go next. Yes, both runners did skip left side swamp. And Yagamoth skipped the boss too. Why would he skip the boss? I don't see that. Like, even if he thought it was a pendant, he was already in the back, right? All right, looks like Yagamoth going to go after Pyramid Fairy here. It doesn't seem like he has realized his tracking error yet. Are we getting the bomb dupe? Nope. Going for these bomb dashes instead, which are also nicely done. On the pyramid, just a small magic that's put in the pool to replace half magic. We will not be finding half magic today. And in Pyramid Fairy, we got the bow for Go mode. All right, at 110.48, Yagamoth is in Go mode. All right, so the real question here, chat, the real question here is, does Yagamoth go to the GT entrance before realizing he only has 6 crystals? Are we going to realize it before or after we climb the mountain? All right, 2C finishing off Trinex, getting yet another crystal. Yeah, as long as 2C goes Pyramid Fairy right now, we should have a more even race for sure. Of course, that's not his only option. There are other places he could choose to go, but I do think Pyramid Fairy is the best of the bunch. Ooh, Spike Cave. Here we go. All right, this is good news for Yagamoth. 2C spending time on this. I don't believe there's anything we could find that would be impactful anymore. I guess like more hearts is about it. We have seen at least one death this run, and some very close encounters with death. Yaga have a little trouble with the turtles being uncooperative, but gets her done. And it does look like 2C is heading to Pyramid Fairy. So go mode shortly. Oh, Helma, just stay still so I can kill you with my sword and hammer. All right, third time's a charm. Down goes Helmasaur for Yagamoth, getting crystal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's ahead? Probably 2C. But it's not an amount of time where like Yaga doesn't have a chance, even if 2C is ahead. And it's not even that clear at this point. Oh, the cape was in the other chest. Cute. Oh, why mirror? Okay, I think it actually is faster just to go from the pyramid, but it can't be that much faster, right? Yeah, so what had happened here is Yaga unfortunately mistracked and has 4 pendants marked. So when he went to Swamp Palace, which he could full clear, and got his flute, he said, that's good enough, and left, thinking it was only a pendant. So he will have to realize that and head back to Swamp before finishing this seed. So a big difference in their time could be whether or not Yaga realizes this before climbing up to GT, because that's a pretty big time loss to have to climb to GT just to find out that you can't do GT yet. Yeah, it was vanilla Big Key in Eastern. 2C already has done this, so it'll be some time going back towards him not having to do this again. Yeah, I hope you're right, Tutor. I hope you're right. I hope he remembers. This mistrack has already cost him enough time. But I mean, I think we've all done it at some point, right? Climbed all the way, got to GT, stood in front of the thing, and just kept dashing and be very confused as to why. Usually it's just like, oh yeah, Hera, but sometimes it is something like this. Tusi getting to Helmasaur with only 4 hearts shouldn't be a problem, but I didn't think Lambo would be a problem either. Oh, 3 hearts. Oh god. We're fine. We got tempered and silvers. It's fine. There you go. See, no problem. And there goes crystal number 6 for Yagamoth. All right, here's our moment of truth. Are we fluting to 1 or 4? Dun dun dun. Oh, he switched to the hook shot. Oh no! Wait. He remembered! Oh my god. He switched to the hook shot. I thought he was going to go to the mountain. Okay, he remembered, chat. He remembered. Okay, yeah. And then he... Why did you go to Swamp and then do the map check? Yeah, he's not feeling real good, I bet. Realizing what he done. Yeah, he like the hookshot was the item he would need next if he was going to the mountain. So when he quick swapped over to it, I thought, oh man, he's just gonna go climb the mountain. But then suddenly Flute Spot 4. Oh man, I'm all over the place. I can't handle it. It's too much drama. The fake out, yeah. All right, I still think 2C is going to be ahead here, but not by as much. Because I believe this is his last crystal in Eastern. All right, 7th crystal grab at 119.17. You can see these chests are open. Yagamoth went to the back of Swamp, of what he thought was Pendant Swamp, grabbed all the chests except for the boss, and then left. And this is with skipping left side, so there was confirmed items left over. I was very like, even if you thought it was a pendant, I was surprised he didn't just finish off the boss since he was already in the back. But and the boss is one of the slower checks of the dungeon, right? So at least it makes some sense. Went for that zero cycle, unfortunately missed it. Gonna try to clean it up from the side. All right, and Yagamoth final crystal grab at 120.43. So we're looking at like a minute and a half, right? 90 seconds ish. That's not a huge amount of time, but unless we see some divergent routing for the GT Big Key, that is not enough. There's not enough game left to make up for it. I mean, if you were ever going to do a Tau Room gamble, isn't this the seed you would do it in, Yagamoth? A Ganon fall? Yep. Yeah, losing, definitely an easy way to lose time is like falling to Moldorum or Ganon. But, you know, these are two of the 16th best players on the ladder, right? Like, these guys won more of these Open Plus races than everyone else. So I don't think counting on your opponent to fall to Ganon is going to be a surefire strategy, right? Oh, and there's the Big Key in the Hope Room. Rando rushers be damned. Go mode for 2C+ Climb and GT. I'm not sure what we have left for safeties. Because I think 2C had a potion, but then he drank it for the Vitreous fight. We shouldn't need any safeties, but, you know, anything can happen. If Yaga loses, he's out? I don't believe so, no. This is like the first match of the group. Oh, we're doing round robin. Okay. Yeah, so he'll have to play the other 3 runners. Is it a 2-game round robin or 1? Just 1. Okay. Oh, Lammo. He got 2C the first fight. But 2C will have his revenge in like 4 or 5 cycles. There we go. Okay, 1.5 hearts remaining. We're fine. I'm sure 2C would have liked to pick up that fairy, but he doesn't really need it. Not worth going out of your way for. If he wants a heal, he'll get one in the Antifairy cage. Oh, Yagamoth having his own heart issues. Heading into Lammo with 3 hearts as well. Much cleaner Lammo fight, though, for Yagamoth, saving some time. Yeah, we got powder out. Here we go. Boom! All the hearts you could ever need. So convenient to put that at the end of the gauntlet. Okay, why you gotta be so feisty, Moldorm? Come on! There we go. All right, down goes Moldorm. That guy did not want to drop. Clutch heart. All right, here we go. Aghanim 2. Another easy place to gain and lose time. Yaga just gonna drink a potion. Screw powdering. Screw the magic pot. I'm just gonna drink a potion. Oh, nice triple to finish off Aga 2. 2C moving on. Gainus Tower is done. Alright, so Yaga saved like a good 30 seconds or so. Not bad. Most of that's in the GT route, but definitely some execution in the gauntlet as well. Oh, that was slick. Getting that last one right there. Nice fight. Meanwhile, 2C doing his 1-1 here on Ganon. Lots of dashing. But we got 12 of them in there. On to phase 3 already. I looked away for 1 second. Literally 1 second. Here we go. His one true weakness. And I have 19 arrows. I couldn't even get out of the corner. Not much of a fight there, Ganon. Yagamoth, instead of doing the boots, the dashes, going for some Burna. Also very effective, gets the 1-1. But GG for 2C, finishing with an official time of something. Hold on. 1:28.09. GG. Almost got that triple there. All right, there goes Ganon for Yagamoth as well. Skipping Swamp Boss cost Yagamoth the game. I mean, it was definitely a time loss, but it wasn't like the only time loss in the whole seed. It's really easy to blame a close race like that on like one thing that happened, but remember they played for 90 minutes. A lot more things were going on here. All right, we are now joined in the booth with both 2C and Yagamoth. GG's to both of yous.
GG Yagamoth.
But yeah, the story of the seed is your tracking mistake, Yaga. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that was fun actually. I felt pretty good after I pulled the flute out of Pendant Swamp, but I felt pretty bad when I realized that I was missing a crystal after Easton.
I'm surprised you left even thinking it was a pendant, because I would have thought you'd just continue and get the boss done. Because I don't believe you had even checked pedestal at that point.
Yeah, I haven't, but I figured, well, there's basically a whole lot of things that open up now that I have the flute, because I did already have the fire rod, and effectively, the flute brought everything into logic. There was the entirety of Turtle Rock and basically all the other locations that I kind of neglected until that point still in logic, including Pyramid Fairy after all the other things.
Also, to be fair, with the equipment that we had, it was a pretty slow fight, like a fighter sword. So I don't really blame Yaga, honestly, at that point, if he thinks it was a pendant.
Yeah, I think he actually had the Master Sword because he went to ice first. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a super fast boss fight for sure.
Yeah, that's on top of it. But aside from that, looks like it was somewhat close anyway. So GG to you two, see.
Yeah, GG. I honestly I skipped so many stuff like at the end, and yeah, like that was something for sure. Like when I saw the bowl in Pyramid Fairy, I was definitely really happy about that.
Well, while Yagamoth lost some time to attempt tracking her, 2C lost his own time as well. Lambo was kind of a bully to you this seed.
Which one? I guess all of them.
your first Lambo fight was definitely the worst one, but your Lambo 2 didn't go super well either.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think I got a single boss fight like good in this seed. Probably, I guess, Eastern and Pod, I suppose, with Silvers. It's like nice and easy. But
for sure,
even like Argus, I missed like all the ice roll shots. I'm like, oh no, I have to use the hammer. It was terrible.
Yeah, so I mean, like I was saying before, it's easy to attribute that minute time loss to that one thing that happened for Yagamoth, but like there were a bunch of one things that happened every other minute, right?
Yeah, that's always the case. Then again, it's one of these things where it's entirely preventable if you're just a little bit better at pressing buttons to prevent it. Where it's one of these things where I felt like in this seed specifically, it could have easily gone either way. Well, either way, just kind of because of how the item locations were. So if you just happen to go to the place where, well, the stuff is, you get luckier. So you can kind of go with that. But also if you, well, just don't go there, then it's a bit unluckier. So I try usually to optimize every little thing because that's the only stuff that's in my control. But I get one of these derps per tournament at least, so let's see if that's still
Wait, when did you actually realize it? Because it looked like you were going to float to the mountain after Eastern.
I realized it after Eastern because in the past I have done this multiple times where I was not mistracking specifically, but I forgot Skull Woods because on the track here it's not terribly obvious that I didn't do it yet. I forgot Eastern Palace in the past and just kind of went up to Ganon's Tower and was like, wait, why does it not open? Oh. So I always now double check after I clear the quote-unquote last crystal. And that's when I realized that I had 4 pendants marked on my map. And I distinctly remember trying to avoid Village of Outcast initially because there were 2 pendants right there. So I knew that, well, must be swamp.
Yeah, we definitely had some early on divergence where you had done the front of Skullwoods earlier. I was going to ask you though to see after you do the mountain and you get the boots and everything. Why did you go to Skullwoods next? Because I thought you would just go to Desert because Desert had been available earlier, so that was still a potential place where the flute could have been. But you went after the Village of Outcast portal instead.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I should have gone to desert, to be fair, like as you said. But at that point, I already like want to check, I guess, the maze race and stuff like that. If it's like a super early
Yeah,
flute.
yeah, you had that nice little sequence where you do like maze race and the library, which you have the boots for now, and Sick Kid
Yeah.
and Magic Bat. Like it was definitely, and the shovel was there too. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it was
So
definitely a good route.
I didn't really want to do the boot checks into Village of Arcus or something like that, but I want to get potentially the flute out of something, I guess, if that makes sense. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
it
know.
makes sense to be
Honestly,
looking for the flute, which you know that you skipped.
yeah, I was really surprised that the flute was in Swamp. Even when I had the mirror, I thought that it was gonna be like catfish or something like that. But I guess we got 5 keys in pod. Yeah, that's probably how we got into Harmless Hellway.
Yeah, there was 4 keys in the front. None were bow locked, and then there was one in the turtle room, and then the last key was in a dark room. But you only needed 5 because you don't have the big key in logic or the lamp
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, I see. But yeah, still, I was actually really surprised when I found the flute.
And then
um,
amusingly, the fire rod was in there too. So logically, you go to pod and you get the mirror to go to swamp to get the flute, to go to the mountain to get the lamp, to go back to pod to get the fire rod, to go to Turtle Rock to get the red crystal, to get the bow and Pyramid Fairy, to finally go back to pod again. Isn't Rando fun?
yeah, logic, really great. Thanks, lazy kid. Starting with a great seed.
Well, that was an awesome race, you guys. Thank you so much for that. And that was just our first game of this group. So 2C goes up 1-0 and Yagamoth at 0-1. But there's still more games to come. Anybody's group for sure. Any final words before we close it out?
Well, thank you so much for commentating and restreaming and tracking. I really appreciate this. I usually like to just kind of rewatch these because it's kind of fun to see the reactions to some questionable moments that I have. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, and also good luck to you two. See you in the next rounds.
Yeah, good luck to you as well, Yaga. And thank you, Koi, Becky, and of course Danka. Really, really nicely set as a restream. And I'm not gonna watch the restream because I know
I
that
would. I
everyone's
wouldn't.
gonna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone is roasting me, and they are legit correct for that. But yeah, maybe I'll watch it because it's kind of funny. Yes, we'll see.
I'm pretty awkward the whole time. Just to warn you.
It's
So
okay.
so calming is hard for sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much to C and Yagamoth. Thanks Becky Scott Fairley for the tracking. Thanks Dunka for putting this together. And guys, stay tuned to these ALTTPR channels, to these ladder channels for more of this tournament in future times. There's a schedule somewhere. I don't have it. Sorry. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye bye.